What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying a full freezing beam gunner. So we're looking for mainly the cryo cannon and to build heavily around that, but also the shard diffractor can get a freezing plasma overclock, which would fit very nicely. And then for the final weapon, probably the sludge pump for a lot of different debuffs, or the coil gun to mine some stuff for us, but not really as a focus for the builds. And that's about it. I use the cryo cannon a lot as a utility weapon, but I don't really build around it much as a primary, so we're going to see how it performs in that role. Just try and get a lot of cryo damage for a beam build, and also freeze everything with the two of them working together, hopefully. The heavy gunner gets a little bit of extra range for that. Yeah, 25%, and then the reload speed as well, not bad. So we might go for the level 18 overclock that gives extra range on top of that. Get some off-screen beams as well.
Heading your way, load up.
Let's go movement here to help out with the penalty. There's the shard diffractor. I think I will go ahead and grab that. You do need to get the overclocks going to find the freezing plasma for it. I'll take a damage there. Then shard diffractor level. I guess a purple for that. It is pretty useful in the early game when you don't have a ton of beam upgrades. That is pretty good single target if you keep the shots focused on elites and all. Diapers is okay. We could try the early clipboard. See if the XP ends up being worth it. Probably not, but I guess we'll see. Nice luck. There's shard diffractor. That will work on almost everything other than the coil gun if we go for that. I think I'm just gonna grab the level for now.
Well done, you got them all.
I'll get some early pickup here. Purple's probably fine. So we got the coil gun, I guess we'll go ahead and grab that as well. Mining weapons are always fun, and then they also make the turbo encabulator artifacts a lot better. since you won't have as much of a downside with a huge mining speed penalty on that, since the reload will also speed up your weapons. And that's honestly my favorite artifact combo, the weapon box, turbo encabulator, multi-tool, just giving a ton of reload to everything, so we'll take that since it's the most important stat for mining with it. Lifetime, it's okay. Pretty good for the coil gun. Decent reload, sure. I'll take a shard level there. And then probably take a blue mining speed just in case we don't see the mining effect on the coil gun. Nice damage.
Stage 1 completed. Well done. Taking you to stage 2. Gotta have it.
So I guess we'll take the shocking effects. That's not the greatest for freezing stuff as much as possible, but we could get some pretty nice utility with 2 different debuffs if we can get the freezing effect at the next overclock now.
I rarely pick one of these.
I can take that to go with the clipboard, I guess. Paint job for that.
This is a simple mining mission. Just done, miner.
Kill anything with more legs than 2.
So I need to make sure I have decent gold at level 25 so we can make sure to hit the weapon that I wanted to actually focus here.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Blue reload's fine.
We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need the LZ clear. Supply pod imminent.
Didn't see that coming, sucker.
5-leaf clover is probably the best artifact you can get for a beam build, making it a lot easier to hit +1 beams in the shop as you're rerolling.
Swarm detected.
I guess it probably is worth it to take a hit from those guys every once in a while. 13 damage, get a little bit of extra XP. And then we're looking for the cryo cannon. Finally.
I spy a cryo cannon.
I think we'll go for the coil gun. Those ones aren't super important to get reload speed for later on, since the combination of getting some reload speed on the levels and then a bit of beam lifetime every once in a while will get you pretty high uptime on them anyways, and I think they typically start around 80% anyways, so you don't even really need that much in the first place. The sludge pump is one of the few beam weapons that starts a lot lower than that, but we didn't go for that this run. I'll get a bit more pickup radius. Let's go for a paint shot to pump the levels on that, and then there's the mining effects.
Gotta move on. It's getting worse down there.
Reloads.
They got your scent now. Threat level increased.
Red sugar.
I'll take the level for the shard refractor, I think. Potency, that'll help both the freezing and shocking if we can find that. Let's go a bit more XP.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the lead out.
More movements. Luck.
Dial it in.
Get it done, miner. The bugs are furious.
Let's get some global damage there. Weapon range. Probably crit chance.
I can't get enough of this rare.
Alert. Threat level increasing.
Paint shot to help catch the levels up on that.
The clock's ticking, miner. Get
Big
it wrapped
movement
up.
speed, I will grab that, especially with the heavy gunner's penalty. Lifetime is fine, pretty good on the coil gun.
Suck on this, you freaking nature.
My scanner is overloading,
We do
miner.
need to start
Get a
pumping
move
the
on.
levels, so I think I'll focus potency on that.
I'll take it.
That'll make the freezing a lot better, and we can potentially add the burning effect as well, which is a pretty good basic overclock for it. Giving a lot of extra damage to it.
Watch it. The threat level is increasing.
Weapon range or potency. They're both really good. I should probably take that. Although I do really want the potency for the cryo cannon as well.
Guess what's on the menu? More bugs. And
Potency
they're pissed.
there's fine. Damage into an overclock, and then there's the frost burn. Probably the best damage overclock we can get for it.
We got bugs, signs the likes of which I've never seen.
Decent pickup on the way out.
Pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
Think you
Drop
can
pod
kill
is not
me?
going to hang around.
Nice crit chance.
Upgrade. How can I not? See you in hell.
We'll take another paint shot to help that out a bit.
Everyone knows that.
Then probably reload speed there.
Build.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
I think the global reload speed here.
Eat lead.
So the coil gun will be pretty good at mining here. We need some scanners to actually go with it now though. Reloads, paint job. I guess we'll have to go burning there. Unfortunately, no double shocking. We'll have double burning, I guess. We can try to go into status effect damage now.
Why not?
don't really have a ton, so we're probably just gonna hold the nitro for the next shop then.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Kill anything with more legs than two.
So the coil gun will actually aim at the highest HP in the enemy in range, I believe. So if you have like a Praetorian nearby, it will usually aim at those. Elites as well, it will often target. So you kind of want to run past the minerals and then have it aim at whoever you think that will be.
Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming.
Fuck down. Die free.
Supply pod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
I guess we'll get the overclock here. Probably go for some piercing and damage.
Scanner shows clear. Supply pod inbound.
That kind of works now that we're going into status effects. It's the only one that's really super relevant here, since we can also remove it from the pool, make other artifacts easier to get.
The swoon's heading your way. Load up. The swoon's heading your way. Load up.
Too bad I didn't get the sludge pump on the build, since then we could have actually had 3 burning beams. But possible to tell what artifacts or what overclocks you're going to get, I mean.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
I think we have everything, so I actually should go for the highest chest we can get then. If you have enough damage to get a red chest, then that's an extra chance at +1 beams upgrades. But I think that's going to be a bit rough at this point. Maybe a purple if we keep the cryo beam on them for a bit here.
Threat level increasing.
And then some detonators. Ooh, +1 beams for the shard, not bad. Nah, I think we were a little bit off of a purple there. I'll go probably reload here.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving.
Those are
Don't
the
hang
same.
around.
We'll take the beam one. Global damage.
That's a no-brainer.
I'll go for the blue, and then +1 beams is the only one that helps with mining. Potency's pretty good. Crit damage? I guess so. We'll get a bit of extra crit chance with the shocking effect on that.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Swallow this.
Potency there for 2 debuffs, reload for mining, reloads.
Upgrade. I'm feeling lucky.
Man, a lot of coil gun upgrades. Guess we'll take a paint job and a bit of crit damage.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Next one. Let's go.
So the Praetorians and the Elite are below me. We'll try and hit them on the opposite side of the gold here then. And then we're firing at the different elites.
Excellent job. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Yeah, I'll get a bit of armor.
This rare stuff.
We are pretty much fully damage over time now since the coil gun is always dot and then the other beams are building for status effect stuff.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up. Supply pod LZ is full. Please clear it out. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Dwarf, don't die. Shoot to kill.
Box of goodies headed your way, miner.
Drop kill.
Coupons to buy a little bit more in the shop, I suppose. Reload, get another level for that.
You want some more? Think you can kill me? Think you can? I die a little inside every time I have to take out. That's all you got, you slippery shit! You ugly son of a bitch!
I'll go a bit more movement here.
Beat your banker, Craig!
Well done. Objective completed.
I'll go
Drop
Nitra
pod
for more
arrived.
weapon levels, I
Get there
think.
now. It will leave without you.
Lucky for beam builds. That's a lot of claws. Bit of mining speed, just in case we can't really aim the coil gun correctly.
Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Potency. Paint job is what we want the most for that. That's fine. For the cryo, we'll go +1 beams there.
Surely next time we'll be
Global
better.
status. Bit more XP, why not?
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
I'll go, I guess, some weapon range.
Tough choice.
Finish that off and go +3 beams.
Put a
That'll
bit of extra kick in it.
be really good with the double status effect combo, so we can apply a lot more of those. weapon range is fine. We probably need to do at least one reroll, so I'll see what else we got. Paint job is fine.
Let me try again.
Ooh, luck. Then I don't care about the Thunderhead there.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
Fuck that. I found a gold vein. Feeling much better inside every time I have to take out a Put it down!
I guess either Nitro or Gold. That will probably work better with the Clover artifacts. We can do a couple more rerolls for some high rarity upgrades.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
Big lifetime or reload, that's probably better, but whatever, it's a legendary.
Great. How can I not? Don't die. You want some more?
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
Never felt better.
Nicely done. Supplies inbound.
Think you can kill us? Let's prove it wrong.
These are not great, that only works on the cryo. See what else we got. Nitra, it's a bit late, but that is the main reason we even took the coilgun mining.
Come and get me, you disgusting bug! Let's show them some pain! Take that! Think you can kill me? Think again! Come and get me, you disgusting bug!
None of these are great. I guess probably just some crit damage here.
Why not?
I'll take a reload here into an overclock, and then clip size is 20. Yeah, it's probably fine.
My favorite type of clock.
potency. Global damage is probably better. Though I do really like potency on the double status weapons.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit. The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, Miner. Keep pushing, Miner. Stage 6 is next.
I've been dreaming
Paint
of something
job.
like this.
That's fine.
It's calling to me.
We're
Nothing for me
pretty heavy
here.
on gold
Let's
compared to
try
the other
again.
stuff, so I'll just grab some random
Yes.
stuff for that as well.
Next.
We can finish that off and get some big
Looks beautiful.
mining
I
speed
guess
with
now
+3
we're
beams
cooking
there.
gas.
Weapon range for one of the weapons that I did want to focus is fun, so we'll
I'm
lock
feeling
that. More
lucky.
luck,
No time
global
for you.
damage.
Load up and get going, Miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Alright, we just need to find some bugs and then the mining speed should be fantastic now.
Bring it down.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching. Supply pod prepped and ready, Miner. We need you to clean up the landing
For
zone.
those two, nope. Bit of HP it is.
Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
Gold scanner, I guess.
I can use
The
this.
scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Think you can kill me? Think again. Well, I got it in the mouth. Dude, never been better.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Let's show them some pain. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. Shoot it in the face. You ugly son of a bitch. Fuck yeah.
We can finish that off. I guess that's fine
If it
here.
looks good, it shoots
And
better.
then we'll go for the big weapon range to combine with the heavy gunner passive to make those go extremely far.
Shoot it in the face.
Wow, that's actually kind of unimpressive right now. Need some more weapon range upgrades for the weapon, I guess.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud of it. You ugly son of a bitch.
Objective completed.
Suck on this, you freaking ninja.
Quota satisfied. The drop
I'll
pod is
take the
arriving.
nitra here,
Get moving.
I
They
think.
won't hang around.
Gotta have it.
Especially with the coupons, we can definitely do more than one purple weapon level. Global damage is great.
I'm not scared of you.
weapon range, paint job, bit of pickup.
I'm feeling lucky.
Reload for the mining, potency there is nice.
Too shabby.
Lifetime's okay on the coil gun, but I don't think it does a ton on those. 33 versus 2 seconds. Yeah, I think we're gonna pass on that. Plus 1 beams for the cryo, absolutely. Some pickup.
Nope. Try again.
Luck.
Yeah.
Generic beam upgrades, bit of cryo cannon. Then we can maybe do 1 gold upgrade there. Take some weapon range for that.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
When a damn box start feeling like family, you know it's time to quit. I die a little inside every time I have to pick up.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Sorry. Your own fault for being full of mistakes.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
I'll go weapon range there. Then try to kill the detonator so we can get through there, please. Alright, that is, well, finally, after I basically gave up. Paint job, sure. No, my one weakness, minerals in the very corner, so we can't aim the coil gun at them.
Got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner. Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
Coming, sucker!
I don't think I care that much. Nitro scanner, it's kind of late, I guess so.
I'm gonna be the best survivor. Life on a cold play.
It's probably still worth it since we are destroying almost the entire levels.
That's all you got, you slippery shit! The dwarf is not free. Feeling much better.
Potency on the cryo cannon. You know, what makes it a cannon anyways?
I'm not scared of you. Feeling much better now. Swallow this.
There are too many to count. Get it done, miner.
Let's show them some fire.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod
Let's
is
go
arriving.
weapon range
Get
there.
moving. It won't hang around.
Feeling much better now.
Kind of late for that. Let's go luck and try to get some more plus beams upgrades in the shops.
Stage 7 done and dusted. Taking you to stage 8.
Finish that off with a
Gorgeous
paint
gun
job.
for a gorgeous
And then we'll go Stormy to keep the single target a bit lower so we can mine out the levels. That's fine.
feels stronger. Let me try
Oops,
again.
didn't mean to do that.
It's a
Lifetime
little extra
movements.
special. Nothing for me here. Let's
More
try
mining
again.
stats, cryo cannon stuff, potency, that's good.
Let's shake it up.
More mining, we'll lock that. Just take some generic gold stuff since we're out of nitra now. Reload for even more mining.
Surely next time will be better.
Pick up. And I guess lock that as well since we want that a ton.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Damn, I forgot my lunch.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up. Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Curse you, detonator's always blocking my path.
Objective completed.
Weapon range for the cryo cannon.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
One down. We got it.
Yeah, it's probably fine off a hoarder.
Supply pod incoming. Well done.
See that coming, sucker?
Another one?
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Trying to escape a dwarf who wants your precious
I
minerals.
guess that's fine to get the artifact pool a bit smaller.
Trying to escape a dwarf who wants your precious
Gold for more rerolls.
gonna happen, buddy.
I think potency for the cryo cannon here. Gold for even more rerolls.
Yeah, give me some sugar. See ya later. Die free.
I guess we'll get that out of the artifact pool. It's not the greatest here. Potency on the cryo cannon. Probably just damage for that one. Ooh, +1 beams for the shard diffractor.
Change my life. Break the pie. You ugly son of a bitch. Vapor. Sorry. Your own fault for being full of
So I guess what we ended up as is kind of just a multi-ailment shard diffractor build since we're getting lots of good upgrades for that. Not quite as many as cryo cannon there. I'll go weapon range for everything.
me be a perfect dwarf. One down. Meet your maker, Drake.
We got bugs sign the likes of which I've never seen.
I'm gonna kill you all. Points on him.
Threat level keeps increasing. You need to work faster.
Suddenly I have a ton of resources.
Miner, get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Holy bait plus the scanners fully coming online finally. Yeah, we'll just really pump up the shard diffractor now.
8 done and dusted, taking you to stage 9.
Oh man. Yup, I guess it was Destiny then. +4 there. 8 beams so far. We can still take some weapon range and potency on that since I have plenty of stuff now. I don't think we really need reload 0.82 versus 15.6. But potency, definitely. Weapon range there is fine.
Try again.
We probably don't need coil gun stuff anymore.
Upgrade. What else we got?
Range is
No way.
fine.
A
Damage,
legendary. I'm raring to. Let's shake it up.
Don't think we need any. Oh, that's actually pretty good with the double status effects, but we'll pass on the
Nothing for
rest.
me here.
Luck.
Let's try again.
I don't think we need reload on that either. Yeah, not really. So lifetime's kind of junk as well then.
Lucky.
Potency.
Oh, yeah. Now we're
I guess we'll take that.
What else?
Weapon
This
range
is
is
my
fun.
thing.
Status. I guess some beam damage since we have so much.
Let's try again.
Nothing very
Let's
good
shake
there.
it up.
Potency. I guess we'll take a
This
+1
works.
beams. It's not necessary, but it's kind of funny.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Oh yeah, look at those lasers.
Next one. Let's get some.
Exemplary work. You achieved your objective in a record time. Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Pull back the hell. Die, monsters!
Too much crap to send in the supply pod. Clear out the LZ, please. We got a launch. Supplies inbound.
Pay to win is decent. That's actually a downside, so I guess we'll take that.
So me. Bloody hell, you're hot.
If you're doing a heavy status focused build, then the global damage will nerf those,
Big swarm is approaching.
and then the crit stats are additive. So it's not that much of an increase on a very long run where you have a lot of resources.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Say hello, my little friend. Nathan! One down! I'm gonna kill you all! You ugly son of a bitch!
Weapon range is fine. I'm so strong, nothing really matters now.
Sorry. Your own fault for being full of
I guess crit damage to go with all the shocking stuff.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Gold for the rerolls of the shop.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back. back.
I guess we'll just take whatever shard stuff there
Nothing
is.
for me here. Let's try again.
Potency there.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Nothing really great there. Beam damage, I guess it's
I'm gonna
fine.
do something
Potency,
This. What else?
luck, status,
Sweet.
potency, some range with
Let me
that.
try again. Just what I
Damage, reload is still junk though.
needed. Surely next time we'll be better.
Status, +1 beams, why not? Last stage doesn't really matter though. Good crit.
Nope. Try again.
Movement status, shard level.
What else we got? Now this is a rare treat.
We're out of gold by 3. Do I care about any of those? Not really.
Only one way to rouse destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, Miner.
When the damn bugs start feeling like family, you know it's time to quit. I've got a gold play.
So with a bunch of gold here and the pay to win, we can actually do a few rerolls to pump up the damage and try to find some more +1 beams upgrades with the clover artifacts.
Let's show them some pie.
Oh, I'm probably gonna break out the boss if we're even remotely close to him. Yep. Well, it's pretty hard to find plus beams, it looks like here. What's my luck adds? 389. And we're not actually getting that many legendaries. I guess we're gonna have to take something soon. Oh, we did it! It paid off! +1 beams, and that brings us up to 65 stacks, pretty high. So we're up to a total of 9 beams on the shard diffractor.
Cleared. Impact imminent.
We don't have any gold left. Pickle Nitra? Yeah, I guess we can. 684. Oh god, I'm so slow. 3,300% damage. I might actually die here. Let me try and wiggle away. I'm so slow. No! Okay, we did it. Easy.
Good work, team. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around. That is another one for the books. Dreadnought eliminated. We're pulling you home.
They're pulling me home, he says. My weapons aren't firing anymore. Interesting. So, final stats, minus 138% move speed, 3307% damage. 247% status damage, 129 luck. We got up to like 400 in the reroll screen there. Before I finally hit +1 beams at the last moments. Man, that's some crazy beams for the laser pointer builds. We got the double damaging status effect there. Coil gun mainly to mining, got some decent beams there, but we passed on a lot of upgrades on that at a certain point since it was just supposed to be a mining weapon for the 2 status beams here. We did end up with a lot of range on that eventually, but we didn't get a ton in the early game.
Drop pod pulling out. My condolences, Miner.
Will I have to carry all this home on my own?
So we had 22 million electrical dots from that. We had 38 million fire dots split between those two, or rather that and the cryo cannon. And then everything else was base weapon damage. 9 beams on the laser pointer. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.